Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Gosh, it's been so long since I've done like a formal video, and by that I mean like with this kind of hairstyle on. It's been so long since I've actually styled my bangs, like I kind of forgot how to do it, and I was just sitting in front of the mirror for a long time trying to get it to the way I wanted. And okay, I don't know what I'm talking about that. But today I have a video for you guys, and it's just pretty much something that I've been waiting a long time for, and I really mean that because this is something that took a long time to get here, and it's pretty much just gonna be like a little haul of stuff I recently bought. This video is mostly gonna be about my Stylevana haul. However, I do have some other random stuff I bought this month while waiting for that order to come. So first things first is stuff that I bought on Jolse's free shipping day, and it's pretty much just two makeup items. So the first thing I got was this, the Unleashia Satin Wear Healthy Green Cushion in the shade 21N Ebernian. So I already tried this a couple times and I really like it. I pretty much did the Jolse haul just because I was really surprised they had some really good makeup deals on free shipping day, because normally they take away most of their good sales because they're giving you free shipping. I was pretty interested in trying out this Unleashia cushion just because I saw people like Judy and Morgan Turner trying it out on their channel and raving about it. However, I realized on YouTube that there aren't actually many people who actually, no, there aren't any reviews of people reviewing this shade in particular, 21N. So that got me even more interested in trying out this cushion. But that's all I'm gonna say about this Unleashia cushion foundation, just because I feel like I am most likely gonna do an individual video about it, just because I want to be like one of the few people who actually show how this 21 Ebernian shade looks like. So hopefully I'm not too lazy and I follow up on that. However, if you do want to see how the shade looks like on my face, I actually did do a reel about it. The one where I dupe a Picasso spatula, that is actually the foundation I used. But other than that, I had a pretty good experience using this cushion foundation. And the next item I got from Jolse is this, the Amuse Gel Fit Tint in the shade 02 Healthy Salmon. So I'm wearing this shade right now, and I pretty much got this shade just because I thought it would be a similar dupe to the mini size I got. However, I realized that it's not exactly the same shade, but it's not a big deal, I guess. I just really wanted to try out this one because I've been eyeing it since its release like last year. However, I've been waiting for it to be on a really good flash sale. So luckily, that is when I did the free shipping day order, and it was really cheap for like, oh my god, I forgot, probably $12. Like that's the cheapest you can find this thing pretty much. No, was it $10.99? I forgot, so just know that I got this Amuse Gel Fit Tint at a really good price. Actually, originally I wanted the shade 05 Oat Fig. However, I feel like I had too many shades like that in my collection recently, so I wanted to do something different, and I just went with 02 Healthy Salmon instead. I really like this formula because it is not like the Amuse Dew Tints, because those are more glossy. This one is more like a oil formula, so it leaves this nice shiny finish on your lips. When I swatched this shade for the first time, I thought that it would be too vibrant and bright for my lips. However, over time, it will eventually die down a bit. So if you're worried about these shades looking a bit too bright, then that's not a huge deal. I've really worn this tint many times, and I would say that its lasting power is really good. It does leave like that pink tint on my lips, so even though like after eating and drinking throughout the day, like the oily shine might be gone, but it still leaves like that pinkish tint on your lips. So overall, I really like this Amuse Gel Fit Tint, and I really want to try out the shade I originally wanted, 05 Oat Fig. If you're interested in trying out this gel fit tint, I would highly suggest keeping track of Jolse sales, because they always have like these big makeup sales almost every other week, and you can always find the Amuse lip products within them. Alright, and now time for the main part of this video, which is talking about my Stylevana haul. So first things first, I must explain the roller coaster ride I went through using this service. So I would say Stylevana kind of has like an infamous reputation among the K-beauty community because of its varying ship times. Like some people can get it pretty quickly, like in a week or so, and some people have had horror stories where like they waited months. So I was pretty cautious when it came to ordering from Stylevana for the first time, but I really wanted to try this out just because it had a lot of things that I was interested in on sale. Just gonna quickly go through the timeline of my experience with Stylevana. So because of those horror stories I've heard about this website, I did make sure that the items I bought were all under the 24-hour stock filter, kind of like YesStyle. So when I made this purchase on April 13th, everything was supposed to be in stock. However, one of the items was not accurate with its stock status, so I ended up having to wait like more than 30 days just for everything to ship out. So it was not until May 15 that I would get the email notification that my stuff would come, and then it would take until May 25th for it to finally arrive, and that's just pretty much yesterday morning. And I do have a funny story when it comes to tracking this package. So finally, like around Monday, I guess, it finally entered the USPS system, and then I got to see that it arrived at LA. So I thought, oh my god, I'm gonna get it like today or tomorrow. But then pretty much that night it ended up all the way in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I was like, why is it all the way in Nevada? It was so close to me. And then I found out that's just how Stylevana operates. So I guess their third-party official shipping partner was all the way in Nevada. So I thought it was really funny that this package arrived in LA, and then it took a day to get to Nevada, and it took a day to come back to LA where it originally came from. So I had my hopes up too early for a bit, and this is just my experience as someone who lives in Southern California. So I don't know how it's gonna be like for people who live in Northern California or other parts of the US. Not sure if this is also Stylevana's fault, but one of my packages also came in pretty damaged at the sides. So yeah, because I thought I took precautions in making sure everything was in stock, that was not the case because only one of the items was not in stock, and I had to be like the rest of the people who usually have to wait a month for their order. So I don't think I'll be using this website ever again, just because I'm way too used to like the faster shipping rates. And it is because of that 1 month where I ended up buying things I didn't expect to buy, just because I was hoping for the Stylevana order to come a lot sooner than it actually did. And that was just my personal experience with Stylevana. Everyone seems to have different experiences with the service, from like really quick or like really slow. Let me just show you guys what I bought from Stylevana. So this is the Haruharu Wonder Black Rice Moisture Deep Cleansing Oil, unscented version. And the main reason why I bought this cleansing oil is because it was one of the cheaper ones available, and also I was seeing how fast I was using up the Beige Joseon one, just because I was using sunscreen every day as someone who started retinoid. And then I just got a strange feeling, like I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I just like having a backup skincare product so I don't have to worry about running out and like having nothing to use. So I just really wanted the backup cleansing oil so I could freely use the one I was currently using and not be stingy about it. However, because I did not know how long I would have to wait for my Stylevana order, I ended up buying another cleansing oil in between, just because it was the Mother's Day weekend and there was a 25% off sale at the local store near me. And look at this Pikachu, like how can you resist? And just a quick review, I really like this cleanser. It is really thin and watery, as you can see. So I've been kind of using this one in replacement of the Beige Joseon one. So I guess this is going to be like the backup to my backup, you know? So now I can really go crazy with these cleansing oils. And I'm not too hung up about having so many cleansing oils in my collection, because I think that's just gonna motivate me to wear sunscreen and makeup even more. I hope that made sense. Just a quick description of this Haruharu Wonder cleansing oil. It is said to be made of 95% naturally derived plant oils and will leave your skin hydrated after usage. Its star ingredient is Korean black rice bran oil at 100% concentration, which is said to help strengthen your skin. I can't really say much else about this cleansing oil just because I haven't used it yet, because I'm planning to use this as like a future backup. The next item I bought is also from Haruharu Wonder, and it is the Haruharu Wonder Black Bamboo Mist. So this is the full-size version of the mist. I actually received this as a mini size from Style Korean, and it looks like this. And I fell in love with it, and I just love using this after a shower because my skin gets pretty irritated from the hot water. So this is really good as like a before toner prep, and it's also just really refreshing. This black bamboo mist is said to be made of 99% natural materials, and according to its description, it is made with a lot of fermented black bamboo leaf, bamboo shoot, and moso bamboo bark to rejuvenate and soothe tired, sensitive skin. Like I said before, this is pretty much like a watery toner mist, so it does really feel refreshing when you spray it on your skin. And it does have a slight scent, but it's more like a natural, refreshing scent, nothing actually artificial. And actually, I'm not really someone who used toner mist before, but after receiving this mini size from Style Korean, I realized why a lot of people like to include them in their skincare routine. So if you're looking for a light, refreshing toner mist that will not leave a sticky finish, then I would suggest this one from Haruharu Wonder. The next item is something I probably did not need in my really huge skincare collection, but Reddit and YouTube influenced me, and that is the COSRX Propolis Synergy Toner. So my reasons for buying this toner, even though I already have so many toners in my collection, was that number one, this is a really popular toner amongst like K-beauty fans. And then second reason was that In March, when I was making this purchase, I knew that I was going to start my retinoid routine pretty soon, and I heard from people like Kelly Driscoll that this was really good for combating retinoid dryness. And another reason was that I really wanted a skincare product containing propolis in my collection, just because propolis is really good for its antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. Especially for people with acne-prone skin, propolis is always an ingredient suggested to people who deal with breakouts, especially for like the post-acne treatment. Propolis is really good for that. I also finished up my 10-piece box of the JM Solution Propolis sheet mask, so I decided that if I get this toner, I could do those DIY sheet masks with those cotton pads to replace that. And I would say that this DIY toner sheet mask method is a lot more convenient and a lot cheaper than constantly rebuying sheet masks all the time. So like I just said, I wanted to use this COSRX Propolis toner to help me with my retinoid journey. However, this shipment ended up coming a lot later than expected, so in between, if you saw my retinoid 1 month video, I showed you this toner from Goodall, which is the vegan rice milk toner, and this one is a lot thicker than the Propolis Synergy toner. And that's what I was saying earlier in the video, like if this Stylevana shipment came a lot earlier, then I would not be so tempted to buy more skincare while waiting for that shipment to arrive. It's totally their fault, you know. I really used this toner twice since receiving it, and just my first impressions, it is really a good product like everyone online says. I can see why it's so popular. I can't really say much about its like actual results because I've only used it twice like I just said. Last night I did use this toner for my DIY sheet mask like I said I would, and I feel like just to suck up 3 toner pads, it took about like maybe 1 teaspoon. So if I do these sheet masks pretty frequently, then I can see this toner going away pretty quickly. But other than that, because I already do have a good toner in my skincare routine, I feel like I'll be only using this COSRX Propolis toner for spot sheet masks. So last night I used them just because I finally had pimples that like popped on its own, and they're at its like fresh healing stage. So I really wanted Propolis to help like treat them and prevent acne scars. So I feel like I'll be only using this toner as an emergency treatment when my pimples become fresh wounds. I forgot to include this item in the very beginning because it was sitting behind me, and it's pretty much just this a face wash headband, and I got it because it was just like $1.99 and it has these cute bunny ears. And I was pretty skeptical just because my head is so big, and most of the time I cannot wear those really cute headbands, sadly. So I was hoping that this one would be a good fit, and I did try it on last night and it does stretch pretty well. It's definitely not as tight as like the other cute headbands I've tried. It still kind of hurts a little bit, but it's not too bad. So I feel like maybe if I use this more, then it'll definitely stretch out. It's elastic and it'll fit my head better. I just love bunnies so much. And the next product I'm going to introduce is the one that was the root of all problems with this order. The item that caused this order to take 30 days to get over here. And that is this. The Shikioriori Tsubaki Camellia Oil Hair Essence Water. So like I said in my story about Stylevana, this was supposed to be in stock for 24 hours. But apparently it ended up not being in stock, and I had to wait weeks for this just to restock, kind of like Yes Style. If only the website was accurate about their product's stock status, then I wouldn't have gotten this at all. However, at that time, I'm pretty sure it was definitely under the 24-hour filter. So I placed that order expecting everything to be in stock already, which meant a faster shipment, but you know, that did not happen. I pretty much bought this hair essence water just because I'm kind of getting interested in hair products, and I do have like a hair treatment, but that's like the mise en scène oil, but that's like a really thick serum kind of thing, and I didn't really like how it felt on my hands after applying it to my wet hair. So I wanted to see if I would do better with like a watery essence like that one I just showed you. Oh my god, I also forgot to mention that when I opened my Stylevana order, this bottle was kind of leaking, as you can see in this picture. Like when I first touched the bottle, I was like, hey, why is it kind of liquidy on the outside? And I guess there was like a minor leak, so I'm not sure if that's like Stylevana's fault or this bottle is just prone to leaks if you store it sideways. But yeah, I would say that was not a good look for Stylevana when I opened the package. And thankfully, it was just only a tiny leak, so nothing else was affected by it. So this hair essence water is said to contain camellia oil, which is really popular in Japan as a hair treatment. So camellia oil is said to help nourish scalps and prevent itchiness, hinder static electricity buildup, retain moisture, and protect your locks from heat and UVB damages. So I only used this once because I took a shower this morning and I just sprayed it all over my hair and let it dry naturally. So I can't really say anything about its effects because I've only used it once. But this product actually has high reviews on YesStyle, so I'm hoping that my hair can be in a better condition after using this, if I use it consistently though, because most of the time my hair's not that good because I'm pretty lazy when it comes to like hair care routine. Like I don't know why. But just based on my first impressions, it does have a good scent, not too overpowering, and it's probably like that Camellia oil. But that's pretty much all to say about this Camellia hair oil essence. And lastly, for my Stylevana haul, it is the one item that started this whole haul in the first place because I really wanted to try it. And that is this, the numbuzin number 3 Porcelain Base Skip Tone Up Beige SPF 50. So this is a really popular numbuzin number 3 tone up cream. And on YouTube, there are definitely a good chunk of videos about it. And I would say that I was mostly influenced by Tina Tanaka Harris to try out this tone up cream. I just really wanted to see if this tone up cream lived up to its hype online. Not sure if you guys could tell, but I'm actually wearing this tone up cream right now on camera. And I just really love how natural and glowy it looks, especially in person. Later on in the video, I'll show footage of me trying on this tone up cream for the first time and giving my thoughts on it. I'm not really a tone up cream person myself, but I feel like it's just been a really popular product lately, especially since COVID, when people were wearing masks because it was mandated, and then they just wanted something that would like even out their skin tone. So I'm really glad I got this tone up cream from numbuzin, and luckily I had a friend who already owned it, so I got to swatch it in person to see if it actually matched me. However, when I placed this order, I kind of forgot if it exactly how close it matched my skin, but I decided to take the gamble anyways. This is actually the second tone up cream I ever tried, and if you remember from one of my old videos, I did review one from Kirsch Blending that looks like this, the apricot tone up sun cream. However, I haven't really used this much because I just feel like the scent is a bit too much for me. It has this really sweet artificial scent. So, and also this one takes a bit longer to blend out, I think. And even though this one from Kirsch Blending does even out my skin tone, I feel like this is one of the more brightening ones. So I just wanted to own a tone of cream that would be a lot closer to my natural skin. And I would say that this one from numbuzin is the best one for that. I did have a small worry that maybe the numbuzin tone of cream would not match my face too well, but lucky for me, this tone of cream's beige shade blended in really well into my skin and it did not look too dark or too yellow on my face. Last night, I did watch a Korean video comparing all the different tone of creams in the market, and I would say that this one is definitely for matching your natural skin tone and not for brightening your skin. But the brightening effect of this tone up cream will definitely depend on your skin tone, so if you're like me who's like lighter than the average 21, then this is just right for you. And I would say that 21 would also be just right. However, if you're darker than a 21 shade, then this is definitely going to be like a brightening tone of cream. That's just something important to know because this tone of cream will definitely not be the same on every type of skin tone. Hi, so I'm back from applying this tone of cream, and just first impressions, you can definitely see how glowy it is. They were not kidding when the description said that this would leave your skin with a radiant finish. In fact, I think that it's a bit too glowy for me, especially if you see how it looks like in person, because right now I do have a ring light and I'm against the natural light, so it looks a lot more glowy than usual, but in person, I think it's a bit too much for me, so I'm just gonna matte down some parts of my face. But before I do that off camera, I'm just gonna go talk about my first impression. So like I just said, this is a really glowy tone of cream, and I like that this shade is like pretty close to my original skin shade. So when it comes to my foundations, I do like to go kind of like a bit brighter just because most Korean 21 shades are a bit too dark for me. But when I look in the mirror right now, this beige shade matches my neck pretty well. And it really does feel like I'm just putting on a moisturizer or a sunscreen. Luckily, it seems like the toner cream didn't cling onto too many of my dry patches because even though I did exfoliate with a toner pad at the beginning, I was still kind of scared that my dry flakes from my retinoid would still show up with this toner cream. However, that seems to not be the case. I'll do a little close-up for you guys right now. Here's a close-up of the numbuzin tone-up cream, and as you can see, it is not meant to be a full coverage makeup product, so you will definitely still see like your dark blemishes peek through. But I totally have no issue with that just because I bought this numbuzin tone-up cream just because it was marketed as something to replace your foundation. So if you really don't want to put on makeup or you seem to be prone to more clogged pores after wearing makeup, then this is a better alternative for that. And right now with this first ever application, I feel really satisfied with the results right now because this is really good for like those lazier days or just like going out for a short while and you still want to look presentable. I really wanted to use a toner cream that would target my main areas of concern. So when I'm barefaced, my face is pretty pink, I would say, and I do have like these large pores and I do have a lot of redness on my chin and on my cheeks. So I'm really glad that this toner cream really balanced out my skin tone and it still managed to cover the pores. I should also know that this is just my first impressions because I don't know how this will end up on my face later on after like 6 hours because I did read some reviews that it did dry them out. But seeing how much of a glowy finish this gives me, I don't know if that's gonna actually happen to me. I should also mention that I didn't do my usual skincare routine before applying this toner cream, so I wanted to test out if this could really be like the all-in-one multifunctional toner cream. So I pretty much treat this like a moisturizing sunscreen. So before this, I only did like a toner pad and then a toner and then a serum, and then I went straight to using this. On normal days, I would use heavier products to deal with my retinoid flaking. However, I just wanted to see if this toner cream could also work with the same routine I do for like foundation prep. And so far, this toner cream seems to be doing well with a minimal skincare routine. So I applied some powder off camera to mattify some parts of my face, and I'm really glad that it didn't emphasize any of my drier areas like around my nose and mouth. Something else I forgot to include in the beginning is that this toner cream is said to be buildable. So the parts that did need a bit more coverage, like my cheeks, I did apply more of the toner cream to that area and I didn't experience any caking whatsoever. And I think it's really good that this toner cream is buildable because this is supposed to be like a sunscreen. However, I did hear from people who use like a really good amount of sunscreen, like a 2-finger rule, which I technically don't do. They said that this one is a bit too cakey to use as an actual sunscreen, so maybe what you can actually do is put sunscreen on and then just use this as a light layer of foundation on top. So if you're someone who really needs a high coverage of UV protection, then I definitely don't think you should use it as a sunscreen by itself. Definitely in the future, I will try this toner cream over sunscreen and see how that works out for my skin. I also read some reviews about people not liking the scent from the numbuzin toner cream. However, like it is definitely not as overpowering as this one from Kirsch Blending. And the scent is there, I would say, but it's more like a natural herbal kind of scent. And once you put it on, you don't really notice it. Just personally for me, I'm not bothered by the scent in this at all. But other than that, as my first official try on for the camera, I really like this numbuzin number 3 Tone Up Beige. Because I'm lighter than the average 21 shade, this toner cream is really just like a tinted moisturizer for me with SPF protection. And so far, I'm having a really good experience using this toner cream, and I can really see myself using this on the daily. And that's just because of how comfortable it feels on my face. It really is just like a tinted moisturizer, like I said. I don't feel cakey or heavy at all. So I'm really hoping that I don't experience too many clogged pores like I do after wearing makeup for a while. Alright, and that's all to say for my Stylevana haul. My voice is dying right now because I spoke so much in a long time. And as always, if you like this video, don't forget to click on the like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe already if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time. Look forward to future uploads. I have good ideas in mind. Bye!